Lucky Stove.
Okay.
Hi guys, I'm Danielle.
So I'm Ren. I'm the papa.
Hi guys, and welcome.
The stove.
Hey guys, and welcome back to welcome to the Lucky Stove. And yeah.
Just stop.
Come on, friends.
Hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Otherwise, the government will listen to your every move and watch your every sentence.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Lucky Stove. I'm Danielle, and we have our special guest today.
Ren. I live here.
Yeah, but you don't see him very often unless you go back a few episodes or videos. But we're glad to have you here today. We are going to do something really exciting and really simple. We're going to take our hat off to Carolyn Ketchum once again for one of her awesome recipes that you can find on the book that I ordered. Well, I didn't order it. I got it for Christmas. The Ultimate Guide to Keto Baking. You can find this, and as a matter of fact, this is the recipe we're going to do without all of the frosting. Here we go.
So everything will be in there except for the frosting.
And it won't be yellow.
Yeah. So if you got something for frosting yourself you want to add to it, you could do that. But we won't.
Nope. Okay, so we're going to get started. If you follow us to the bowl, Renee's already gathered everything together, so check out this table here. Let me get this out of the way. Sorry.
We got loaves, the eggs. We need 3 eggs and 1 big egg yolk. So that's 4 eggs I get. We've got the protein powder. We've got the almond flour. We've got the baking powder. We've got the salt. We've got the erythritol. And we got a coffee syrup we made ourselves.
Yeah, because instead of vanilla extract, we're going to use coffee flavor because we're using a chocolate covered or chocolate flavored whey protein.
Yeah.
We use Precision Nutrition. You can use whichever one you find best as long as it's whey protein isolate. And okay, so check us out in the bowl. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the instructions. 325 Fahrenheit and the grease to 8-inch rounds. We're going to do a big cake. So we're not going to do the rounds. We're not going to double it up. We're just going to have one big, fat, juicy, delicious cake. But we use Celsius, right, babe?
Yeah.
So instead of 325, we're going to use 175 because that is the best. Whenever you're using it, it's not just that we're using Celsius, but we have a convection oven, if you don't remember.
If
so
you have a convection oven, because I want to say something too while I'm in this video, because this one here takes over. Nah. But if you have a convection oven, make sure that your temperature is slightly lower than when you have a normal oven, because a convection oven, we noticed that even the baking or anything you're doing in it is a bit shorter than a normal oven, plus the temperature is a bit lower than a usual oven. So
well, you need to make it lower, right? So you need to decrease the temperature by 25 degrees. If you're going by convection oven, you need to drop your degrees by 25, or you need to drop the time by 25 minutes. And in some cases that just doesn't work, so you need to use the temperature as your gauge.
Yes, and just to make sure, check your food a bit more often.
Yeah, use a toothpick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just check it.
Cool.
So for the ingredients.
Yep, for the ingredients, I'll yell it out to you and you can go from there. 300 grams of almond flour.
So that's in total, right? 300 grams. I wonder if we make it to 300. I don't think so. But far from.
Okay, this is where improvising comes in. It's my last bag of almond flour. Boo-hoo. You need to order it from the Noten shop. That's not a
notes.
Yep. All right. Well, we're at 115. So
yeah, so that's a third, a little over a third.
Yeah. So let's just do half of the ingredients instead.
Yes.
Woohoo! Let's zero it out. I know you love to do math.
Okay.
I know you love to do math.
So 68, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do 68 grams of whey protein powder. She says a third of a cup, which I measured out to be 34 grams. But we are gonna do double that. So we're doing 68 grams of chocolate.
Whey powder.
Yep.
But the baking powder's got to go in here.
Baking powder. So instead of 2 teaspoons, we're gonna use 1 teaspoon.
So 1 teaspoon of baking powder.
And we'll be back
and we'll be back. Voila.
Good.
So these are all the dry ingredients?
These are all the dry ingredients. Now, one thing that we have to remember is that our protein powder is already pre-sweetened.
Okay.
And so we don't need to use as much erythritol as she says. But first, let's mix all the dry ingredients together.
That's what I'll do. Can you do me a favor and put these away so they're not in our way?
Sure.
We don't need them anymore.
Yeah, send me off of the camera scene. Cool.
Ooh, that smells good. So I'll mix these up fairly well. Nice. Smells good too. So that's good. Now, on to the wet ingredients.
Nice. And since we're kind of going off the cuff, we'll just deal with it, and whatever precautions or whatever happens afterwards. So yeah, here's the dry. They look like the same size, so I say it's all good. Let's start with the eggs. It says in a large bowl, beat the butter and sweetener. So let's listen to her. In a large bowl, beat the butter and sweetener with an electric mixer until light and fluffy.
We have one over there, but we're not using it.
No, we're not going to do that.
We have a very nice one. Film it so they can see we're rich.
We need 113 grams since we're doing half. That looks like about 50. What's 113? 62 and a half.
56 and a half.
Divided by 2, 62 and a half.
56 and a half.
Okay.
The answer is 56.5.
Well, it's not even that, so. Well, that's what happens when you make butter coffee. So when you have to, sometimes you need to improvise, and that's when you go ahead and add in some coconut oil. Cool.
It's so hot outside that the butter already melted.
So let's go ahead and get the rest of that. We'll keep the wrapper so we can wipe the pan with it. That's a tip, guys. Use your butter wrappers as to oil your pans. Okay, so what we're gonna do, because like I said, our whey protein powder is already pre-sweetened, and I have to just say it. I didn't realize this when I bought these. I ordered them. They have sucralose in them. Sucralose is not a big deal if you're not utilizing it all the time, but it will affect your gut lining. It'll just break it down if you're using it all the time. So, I mean, but if you're eating Vital Wheat gluten, it's doing the same thing. So, just to let you know, I'm gonna taste this.
And when the keto coach tells you, trust me, then it's that way.
You know what? That's good.
Is it good?
Yes.
Can I taste it then?
Yeah.
Because I don't believe you. I don't.
I wasn't supposed to, but it tastes good.
I don't know if I tasted that good.
Yeah, right.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Leah needs to taste too, just to make sure.
No, she can taste it afterwards. She told me. Okay. So we'll beat the fats together, just to get them together. And then it doesn't need much sweetener, but don't forget, guys. Anytime you bake anything, quote unquote low carb, or at least in my experience keto, it always loses its sweetness. So get to as sweet as you want to be, and then go a little bit over. That's what you do. So what she says is half a cup. Nope, that's wrong. Here we go. Where is this? Oh my word. 3/4 cup of granulated erythritol, and I wrote down 1 cup. So if we're doing half, we'll do half a cup.
Half a cup.
We'll do half a cup of erythritol. Okay,
This stuff smells funny.
Well, the problem with this is that I hope, at least, that this is. Do you want to beat this now?
Yeah, I want to beat this. I want to beat something else too, I guess.
Okay, you beat this. As you're beating that, the problem with normal erythritol or not a good blend is that you always get that fresh taste in your mouth. It's like that aftertaste, and that kind of it really disappoints. And that's what really will turn a person off of a keto or low carb baked good where sugar alcohols are concerned. Now, monk fruit, I don't know about. Allulose, Boca, I don't know about because I haven't tried them. But the others, erythritol, it needs to be mixed with the stevia to cut the freshness. Well, now he's done beating that. Awesome. And now we need to add our next ingredients, which I believe is the egg.
I think so too.
Okay, and after that we can add the...
we need 3 eggs and one big egg yolk.
Okay, and I'm going to get something to catch the egg.
But since we're doing different measurements, should I use 2 eggs?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay.
Good, Mr. Mathematician.
So I got 2 eggs in there, whole eggs, and 1 egg yolk. Just the yolk. Okay. So I'll mix this up as well.
Okay, so we are back. Now we're going to add half of the dry, and then we're going to add our liquid, and then we're going to use half of the wet. Now, while he's doing that, the book says to use almond milk. We didn't use almond milk. We didn't do it. Okay, so that's that. And we use water instead. And then we added some coffee flavoring to it to give the chocolate a richer taste. And so he's going to mix that well, and then he's going to do the same thing. Just going to alternate. There's nothing that I need to do. He's got it all together. Why am I here? Oh yeah, because he loves me. I got a pan out, and I lined it with foil, and then I'm going to butter it. You're probably wondering why didn't I use parchment paper? It's because I ran out, honestly, but that just goes to show that you just use what you have. You don't have to go out buying every single thing in the world to make one thing.
Yeah, plus if you bake a lot, sorry for interrupting, then yeah, of course it's going to end, you know.
Yeah, you're going to run out of things.
Yeah, you're going to run out.
And this was something that we wanted to bless ourselves with because we're on vacation now, and it is... We don't want to have the temptation.
This is mixed really well, right?
Yes.
So the rest?
Yes. We don't want to have the temptation of going to the store and having all that stuff right there and ready for us to eat when we can have this, you know.
Plus this is way better.
Plus it's way better for your health. Speaking of health, I have already, we've got our Envision Health Integrative Nutrition and Wellness Program, Type 2 Take 2. For everybody, it's ready. It's ready, guys. It just needs you to sign up. There are 20 seats left. Don't forget, check it out. The links will be down below. Make sure that you have the opportunity to see what you can do with your health and your body, because it's just that important. But back to the baking. We're almost done here. That's looking delicious and thick. Of course, when you, and it smells wonderful too, says the producer.
It does.
And when you, of course, when you are mixing when you're mixing with normal gluten-filled doughs, you get this what is it, tough. The cake becomes tough if you overmix. But you don't have to worry about that with these because these are not gluten-filled. So that's not what's going to happen here. Of course, you don't want to overmix just because there may be like the egg component for air. But other than that, you don't have to worry about it at all. So I'm using my wrapper, gift wrapper, to butter this pan. Like I said, don't throw it away. Even Gemma from Bigger Bolder Baking says to hold on to your butter wrappers. And Gemma says it, and she's a professional pastry chef. Then I think you should listen. All right, so let me, as a matter of fact, get the pannenlikker.
Yeah, a spatula.
Thank you. And I'm like, what's the word?
Pannenlikker. Spatula. I can't do this. Without going like this. Come on. No.
Cool. Now I'm going to scrape the sides while he's scraping the whisk. And we're going to get this in here. Because we're doing one layer, it's going to take a little bit longer than what she says. Which the prep time she says is 20 minutes. Cook time is 25 minutes. It'll probably be somewhere around 40 minutes for us because it's one layer instead of two. So we're going to get this in here. We're going to level it off. Look how beautiful that it looks. Usually I try to leave a little bit in the bowl so I can lick it, but I want all of it to be baked up this time. Oh yeah, wait, I'll save some for the producer. That's only fair. Well, she can have the spatula. Okay.
She'll love it.
So now shake it up. There's no air bubbles, apparently.
Tell me how can you breathe with no air?
And now I'm just going to get another cake pan, a rounded, like a rounder, flat one, to put this on top of, just to give it the stability while it goes in the oven. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
So the oven is preheated. I'm gonna put it in now. It's gonna be a wicked cake. May I say, even if I say so myself. And yeah.
So we'll put it in the center rack.
In the center of the rack.
The center of the oven, but the center rack. Hey guys, so I said 40 minutes. What I meant was test your cake with a toothpick in the middle to be sure that it's cooked. So give it the initial 15 and 20 minutes time, and then if it is then if you start smelling it, see, look, that's usually my indicator that a cake is done, right? Or any baked good. Once you start smelling it, smell like what it's supposed to smell like it tastes supposed to taste like, then you kind of know it's done. Now that's my unconventional, not a baker or a professional baker thoughts and feelings on it, but that's usually what happens for me every time. If I smell it and I just let it keep going, then I burn it. But if I smell it and I take it out, it's like perfect. So I pulled it out. We do have a little bit of brown spots here, but that's cool. I'm gonna bring it closer. It's got a beautiful shiny top. It could have, because keto cakes and keto baked goods keep baking even after you pull them out of the oven. So pulling it out a little bit sooner could have been a saving grace for me, but we'll find out. So clean. Would you like to see a few crumbs? Yeah, you kind of would. Why? Do another spot. This is just to test that it's dry. Not dry, but that it's cooked all the way through. And as you can see, it's cooked all the way through. But, like I said, you want to pull it out a little bit sooner. If we had a few crumbs on here, it wouldn't have been a bad thing, because gluten-free flours like almond meal or almond flour, coconut flour, what else? Castagna, chestnut, and hazelnut flour. All those things, they continue to dry, or they continue to cook even if you pulled them out. So you kind of want to pull it out a little bit earlier, so that way you don't risk drying out your baked good. But we'll find out. Right now it's got to cool, so we're going to let it do that, and then we're going to come back to it once it's cooled. Give that about not 5 minutes. You know how I am. I always pull things out way too early, and I'm always picking at it, and then it crumbles. Don't do that. With keto or low-carb baked goods, you have to let it cool down completely. And you saw all the things that we did that was not part of the book, so don't forget to mind your own macros, folks. I mind my macros, you mind your macros, and we'll get along just fine. And also, if you watched this far and you still haven't liked and subscribed, what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe, share. Let everybody else know what you find so interesting, funny, ridiculous. Who cares? I don't need to go viral. I just want this video to be shown to people who would love to do this. Because, guess what? We can't always live by a recipe book. That's not living. Once you get used to baking, cooking, whatever you do, then you make concessions. You change things up. If you're new to keto or low-carb baking, follow the directions. Follow the directions. And follow me. Click it. Alright, so I am going around the sides with the offset spatula because I am impatient. And so is Renee. More like Renee. And now, the moment of truth. Okay. At least okay, you're canceled. So at least we know that the butter works, right? Are we gonna cut this right now?
That's what I would do.
If you're going to present this to people, let it cool all the way. If you're gonna eat this at home with your family, cut it. Cut it.
Cut it.
I canceled you, but you should have canceled me. Woo, this is hot. She says that this makes 12 slices. We're gonna try to do better than that. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I was gonna let you cut it, but I'm gonna do the honors. Oh my word. I'm gonna cut a small slice. You wanna do it? We're playing with a toothpick, so this is the toothpick lid. Just so you know, because we like poking things with toothpicks outside of our gums. Well, it is an offset spatula. It's not a sharp edge. I say just cut it right there. Let's open this thing up. Let's open up this baby. Cut it right there. Stop.
One more.
Oh my animal. That's the, what is that called? The person who doesn't know how to let go of control. You know what I'm talking about. That's me. I try to let other people do things, but it's hard when it's not the way I want it done. It just is. But none of that. Leave that all to the side. I'm gonna go grab a plate. Renee just cut this one here, and he's tasting the crumbs, and I want to taste it too. So we haven't tasted it yet, even though I'm tempted. Here's a cake. The moisture is there, which is great. Once it cools down, the texture will be perfect, like a nice cat that doesn't want to kill you in the middle of the night. And yeah, sorry. I think that was a meme. Was it a meme? Anyways, now we gotta taste it. I got the knife, but I didn't get a fork, babe.
I don't need a fork for this. I just put the whole thing in my mouth and I'm done.
Yeah, but you like a good dessert fork, don't you? So I won't leave you hanging. Why, thank you. Ooh, the top is a little
Now here we go.
crispy. You ate that kind of weird. Let me try. I can show you how to taste a cake.
That's good.
Okay. So, here's the texture. You guys see that? Alright, now my turn to give it a go. It's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. I gotta eat the other part of mine. And it's really good warm. I like warm cakes. When they're homemade, I like them warm.
Yeah, I feel like a little kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
I just had it and I was happy and it got taken away from me. Okay, look, here you go. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us here at the Lucky Stove. This cake has been delicious. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram. I did mention that we have opened up enrollment for the Type 2 Take 2 program. And we do want to let you know there are only 20 seats left, so please get enrolled. Sign up for a discovery call. Check us out on Instagram. That is at the Lucky Stove. You can check out our website. That's theluckystove.com. Babe? Mind your own macros.
Mind your own macros. I didn't count. I'm not gonna, because we did all kinds of stuff that she didn't do. If you choose to do this,
enjoy.
Enjoy. Thank you so much again for joining us at the Lucky Stove. May your stove bring you luck.
Or a coupon.
No coupons needed here?
Nope.
Do it.
Okay, guys, don't forget to comment down below. Guys?